The animals have such different personalities, and that's a wonderful thing to see, and it really connects you on their level to show that these are really seriously live beings that have their own feelings and their own thoughts. They might not communicate in the same way that we do with the same language or the same extent, but for sure they have their own emotions and their own personalities. My name is Kayla Johnson. I'm an animal care staff. The Donkey Sanctuary of Canada was officially started in 1992, so we've just recently celebrated our 25th anniversary. So Sandra and David Patey were the kind of founders of the organization, and they started this farm basically out of their backyard with a couple donkeys that they received from neighbors. Sanctuary's mission statement is that we're able to provide excellent medical care and the 5 freedoms, which is something that all animal sanctuaries and welfare committees of animals kind of uphold, and that's the freedom from hunger, the freedom from thirst, the freedom from pain, the freedom to express their normal behavior, as well as to be free from fear and distress. The Donkey Sanctuary's mission is really to take in those unwanted mules, hinnies, and donkeys due to either neglect that's on an ignorance basis or an intentional or otherwise, or just plain animals that their owners' conditions have changed and they're looking for a lifetime solution, somewhere that they know that will be cared for greatly. There's a lot of reasons why we bring donkeys or mules down to the barn to train with them. They all come from extensively large backgrounds, depending on whether, how they were miscared, if they were miscared at all. Hutch in particular is kind of young. He's going through puberty, he's 3 years old, so a lot of his issues just rely on the fact that he hasn't been taught a lot of these behaviors before. We're bringing Hutch down just to work with him a little bit today on his patience in standing still while we pick up his feet and making sure that he doesn't move. For the most part, Hutch is pretty good with this, other than the one back foot that he is a little bit agitated with. Our first goal when we're getting towards the back feet is we just want to make them comfortable. And oftentimes that's shown by a raising of the tail, scratching their butt, and making them feel just pretty good. If they have their tail tucked in like that, it means they're not comfortable with what you're currently doing. So why would I move on to start doing their foot? As he starts to relax, I treat him for letting him know that he's standing still and he's letting me touch the parts of his body that I want to touch. It's a slow progress getting towards the feet for a lot of our animals, especially because they come from backgrounds where maybe they didn't receive the best care, whether out of ignorance or direct relation. And so sometimes he kicks a little bit like that and we just start over. We use positive reinforcement, so it's shown in research that animals don't learn by being punished for what they do wrong. They learn by being rewarded for what they do right. Good boy. If you rushed into something like that, it could have actually taken you a lot longer for him to trust you and pick up his foot, but through that little bit of patience that you had, he stopped his tail swishing, and he's just gotten more comfortable with you running your hands down his leg and picking his foot up. So, all in good time. That will be the end of Hutch's training session. He did a really good job, so at the end we kind of just like to put our materials away and give him a little cuddle and show him that he did what he was supposed to do. We worked together on the things that we wanted to improve, and now he gets a reward through some cuddles, which all donkeys love. Hutch, is that a kitty? This job benefit to me because it fulfills what I think I'm meant to do, which is caring for the animals. You go home at the end of the day feeling not only like exhausted because you did a good job, but because you know that you actually made a difference. You go home happy. You don't go home at the end of the day feeling like you didn't do much or you really did make a difference. You really go home feeling like you made a difference today. Some days are hard, and Valentine likes to participate. He's definitely ready to be out of quarantine. Some days are a bit easier, but everything that you're doing is worth it because you're helping this species that really has nobody else. It's really great.